Hi, I am Pam the CPA, your CPA with personality, and welcome back to Tax Talk Tuesday. I haven't done a video in a very long time, but I am very excited to get back to this. For those of you who are new and not familiar, I do short videos, probably be a little bit longer these days, but educating individuals and businesses on all things taxes, strategy, savings, unknown tips. They don't teach us this in school. Well, they taught me. I got degrees in accounting, but they don't teach everyone about taxes in school. So as we're navigating our daily lives, especially for business owners, we've got to find ways to educate ourselves and to not overpay in taxes. I'm okay with paying our fair share. We don't want to overpay. So I always lead with education. And today we're going to be talking about the big happy tax bill that is on the table for the Senate to review and approve. There are some back and forths, but I want to kind of outline what's being proposed. And President Trump is looking to have this bill passed by 4th of July. So don't know what's going to happen, but want to give you some highlights of what's on the bill for individuals and businesses. So let's get into it. I've got my notes here. So for individuals, the tax bill, the Tax Cut and Jobs Act that was initiated during Trump's first term of presidency was set to expire the end of this year, 2025. Per this tax bill, these changes will be made permanent. So those lowered the rates, the tax rates, and doubled the standard deduction. So a lot of people weren't able to itemize because the standard deduction was so high. They're looking to keep that a permanent change. Another thing that will impact individuals who have children is the child tax credit. If the Tax Cut and Job Act were to expire, then your child tax credit would have reduced down to $1,000, which is what it was before. For the last few years, it's been $2,000. This tax bill will raise the child tax credit to $2,500 until the end of 2028, so for 3 years. Then it will return back down to $2,000. Tips and overtime, that's been a big thing on social media, but previously, tips and overtime were fully taxable. Workers earning under $160,000, you'd be able to deduct up to $25,000 worth of tips. So that could be a big thing. For seniors, anyone over the age of 65, there will be an additional $4,000 deduction if you're taking the standard deduction. So that's good for our seniors. State and local tax, so that's also known as SALT. Before, that deduction was capped at $10,000. That has now been raised to $40,000 as long as your adjusted gross income, AGI, for your household is under $500,000. So that may be helpful for some people as well. And then there's this thing, Trump accounts for children. If you have a child between 2024 and 2028, you will get an extra $1,000. So that is, one more thing for individuals too, is if you buy an electric vehicle, historically you would get a tax credit of $7,500. That is starting to be reduced or eliminated. So for businesses, with the Tax Cut and Jobs Act, there was a thing called QBI, or Qualified Business Deduction. That was historically around 20% of your business profit that you'd be able to deduct. That is being increased per the bill to 23%, and that is to be made permanent. And then if you have R&D, research and development credit, historically you'd have to amortize that or spread that expense out over 5 years. Now it is being recommended that you'll be able to expense 100% of those costs in the year in which they incurred. And then bonus depreciation. This is where a lot of people tell y'all to go buy those G-Wagons or vehicles that's over $6,000 is for the bonus depreciation. Over time, it went from being able to expense 100% of the vehicle purchase or large equipment, and it went down to 80, 60%, etc. Now they want to reinstate that 100% bonus depreciation deduction. So those are the proposed changes under the tax bill. Of course, there's a lot more verbiage, a lot more information, but I wanted to highlight some of the key points that I know would impact my clients and probably impact my followers. If you have any questions or if there's any topics that you want presented on Tax Talk Tuesday to help answer some of your questions, definitely feel free to comment below or send me a message and I'll be happy to help. Thanks, and talk to you next Tuesday.